Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a really powerful system that's designed to flip the old way of selling completely on its head. It's called the automated sales funnel. Think of it like a machine that can turn a curious click into a loyal customer, and it does it pretty much on autopilot. But if it's so great, why do so many businesses get it so wrong?
Let's start with this bombshell of a quote from marketing expert Maria Solodar. It points to a huge problem that a lot of businesses don't even realize they have. They're pouring money into ads to get people to their website, but the way they sell is actually leaking cash. I mean, how is that even possible?
Well, think about it like this. For every 100 people who land on your site, you're lucky if maybe 10 of them actually do what you want them to do. But what about the other 90? The standard sales model just lets them go. Poof. It's like trying to squeeze an orange with your bare hands. Sure, you'll get a little bit of juice, but you're leaving most of the good stuff behind. The real question is, how do we get the rest of that juice?
And this right here really shows you the problem. The old way is clunky and manual. It's all about that one-shot sale, and it's incredibly leaky. The auto funnel, though, is a whole different beast. It's an automated system that thinks about the entire customer journey, not just one single transaction. It's a totally different way of thinking.
So the solution is to get yourself a juice extractor for your business. And that's exactly what the automated sales funnel is. It's a system built from the ground up to squeeze every last drop of value out of every visitor you've already paid for. It makes sure nothing goes to waste. And it's all built on 3 core principles.
The first principle is variability. This just means your system needs to have a plan for when someone says no. In a typical funnel, a no is just a dead end. But in an auto funnel, a no is just a trigger for a different path, maybe a cheaper offer, or maybe just a simple invite to stay in touch. The conversation doesn't have to end.
Second, it's all about relationship building. You have to stop hunting for that one-time sale and start thinking about how to build a real, long-term relationship. You earn trust with small steps before you ask for a big commitment. It's common sense, really. You just can't propose marriage on the first date.
And the final piece of the puzzle, the one that makes this whole thing scale, is automation. When you replace all those repetitive human tasks, sending follow-up emails, making initial offers, with a system that does it for you, you can suddenly serve thousands of customers just as personally as you could serve one. And you can do it without your costs going through the roof. It's like having a salesperson that works for you 24/7.
So that all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually build this thing? Well, the foundation, the absolute spine of this entire system is what's known as the product matrix. This is your step-by-step blueprint for taking a total stranger and turning them into a raving fan.
So this matrix has 5 key stages. It all starts with a lead magnet, which is just something valuable you give away for free to get their contact info. Then comes the Tripwire, which makes that first crucial sale. After that, you've got your core product, then a profit maximizer to increase the value of that sale, and finally, a return path to keep them coming back. So let's break down how that first digital handshake really works.
These first 2 steps, this is your digital handshake. And here's the key. They are not designed to make you a profit. Not at all. They are designed for one single purpose, to build trust and to start a financial relationship, no matter how small it is. And that brings us right back to this idea. You're not going for the big sale right away. Your lead magnet is basically you just offering to buy them a coffee. It's a super low-risk first step to just see if there's a spark, if there's a connection there.
A good lead magnet is what we call an ethical bribe. You're offering a quick, real win that someone can get in under 15 minutes. A handy checklist, a quick quiz, a short guide. It proves you know your stuff instantly. What it's not is a lazy, vague promise like subscribe to our newsletter. That offers 0 immediate value.
Okay, so once they trust you enough to give you their email, you immediately hit them with the Tripwire. This is an offer that is so good it should feel like a total no-brainer. Think of those Victoria's Secret 3 for the price of 2 deals. The goal isn't to make money on the panties. The goal is to get you to pull out your wallet for the very first time. Because once that psychological barrier is broken, buying the more expensive matching set suddenly becomes a whole lot easier.
And that right there brings us to where the real money is actually made. It's not on that first little sale, it's in what happens after the customer has already decided to buy. This is all about strategically maximizing the value of that customer at the exact moment they're most engaged.
At this stage, you have their full attention, you have their trust, and you have their credit card info in hand. This is your moment of maximum leverage. An upsell might be offering a deluxe version of what they just bought. A cross-sell is the classic, do you want fries with that? It's a complementary product that makes their first purchase even better. And this is critical. If they say no to a big offer, a downsell immediately gives them a cheaper alternative. The goal is simple. Engineer that transaction to be as valuable as possible because you will never have a better opportunity.
When you start putting all of these pieces together, you realize it requires a really fundamental shift in your perspective. It's about getting off that hamster wheel of constantly hunting for new customers and instead building a system that nurtures and grows the ones you've already got.
And this right here is the ultimate takeaway. If you remember one thing, make it this. Stop thinking about making a sale. Start thinking about designing an automated journey. Your goal is to build a predictable, scalable machine that guides customers all the way from their first click to a long-term profitable relationship, all while you get to focus on the bigger picture.
So, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Now that you've seen this blueprint, where are the gaps in your own process? What's the most overlooked, most forgotten step in your customer's journey? Because answering that one question, well, that's the first step to building your very own automated engine for growth.